Alright guys, so I just finished watching the episode 8, I'm pretty sure it was episode 8, it's called Hearts Still Beating, and I could just say, that is probably the craziest episode I will ever see, like, this entire season. I thought the premiere was the best, but no, this has to top it all, just because of how it went from the beginning to the very end. Just all the emotions flying through the entire show just literally just blew my mind. Just the entire story was probably my favorite part about the entire thing. So I want to start off with the part with Rick and Aaron when they found the ship in the middle of the lake, and at first I thought they were gonna swim for it, but then they found this boat with this tiny boat with holes in it. Now I honestly didn't think they would make it, but when I saw Aaron fall in the water, dude, oh my god, dude, because I know that they wouldn't kill him already. No, like he's already a pretty big character, right? From so far from we can tell. And by the looks of just the setting, I don't think there's gonna be any walkers in the water. Like I said last week, I thought there was, but you know, he was smart by just diving under the water and like swimming around. That was a smart move. And then when they got in the boat, they kind of got trolled. Kinda. They found a lot of guns and stuff, but you know, there's no ammo, so the guy who originally owned that boat just sent a message to whoever found the boat, and then you know, they pretty much just trolled them. By the way guys, I'm only gonna be talking about the main parts, not like the small parts that were shown in the show. I'm just want to talk about the things that I really just think were the biggest part of the show. So I might go from like towards the ending back to the start of the beginning or something like that, so I might go in random places. So if you watch the show, then you'll know which part I'm at, and so I would suggest watching the show. I should have said this at the beginning, but there's going to be text at the beginning saying that there's a spoiler alert for this entire season. Well, show, not season, but yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, would suggest you watching it before you finish watching this. So then there's a part where I don't know what his name is, honestly. I don't know who he is. I've seen him before, I just don't know what his name is, but he's basically in the house with Carol and Morgan, and he basically wants them to, I guess, sweet talk Ezekiel into fighting the Saviors, pretty much. Now that would be a pretty stupid idea, because like at that point they don't know where Rick and them are, like they don't know what their setting is, so like they don't know how they're gonna do that. Really, they know what they're gonna do when they talk to Ezekiel and all that, but they don't know how Rick's doing. Plus, how would you expect just the kingdom to fight the Saviors alone, let alone attacking them first? Because like you might catch them off guard, but there's too many of them. Like there is just way too many Saviors, and we saw that one part where Michonne and that redhead chick, whatever her, I don't know who that is either. I know she's a part of the Saviors, but you know, she took Michonne to a little camp, and it has a ton of Saviors there. So you know, you could just tell they're everywhere in the tiniest places. Like there's so many in all these tiny camps. And then you got the sanctuary where there's like probably hundreds of more of them, because if you notice the part from last episode where Negan took Carl in the whole factory kind of looking place, and there was hundreds of them, so you know they're everywhere. And then you get to the part where everybody was, if you read the comics, you would expect this to happen. You saw it coming from a mile away, probably even more actually. You got Spencer, who, you know, comes back with all these supplies. You know, he's doing the best work so far. And then he has to get all cocky about it, dress up nice, get some wine or whatever that was, go sweet talk Negan and say, hey, I want you to kill him so I can take his place. And he should have thought about it. He actually should have thought about it. Because if you listen to Spencer very carefully, he pretty much just said that Negan needs a leader. Like he said, if I can get this right, he said Alexandria needs a new leader, and something about Negan needing one too. So you know, that kind of, I think that kind of hit Negan a bit, you know, because nobody can lead Negan. Nobody can. There's impossible. And like I said, if you read the comics already, you would know that Spencer apparently does have guts. All right, he actually has guts. So that is something we are surprised about. He definitely had the guts to approach Negan and talk to him about these things, and then, you know, I guess Negan didn't know if he had guts or not, so he just had to make sure, you know. And if you remember the part where Spencer, before he approached Negan, he talks to Rosita, and, you know, they had their moment. They didn't really do anything physical, but, you know, they, you know, planned a dinner date, basically. You know, they wanted to catch up and get back together again. I don't even know if they were together, but they were starting something, and then, you know, she got more into him, and then that happened. And then when Spencer approached him, all that stuff happened. And then we're back to the part where Spencer has his guts spilled out, or spewed out, whatever it's called, you know. And yeah, she was not too happy about that. She was pretty angry, you know. I could just tell, like, once that, because she was already mad enough. She wanted to kill Negan anyways, but then she backed off because, you know, Gabriel just told her to back off and don't do anything. Pretty much, just to sum up what he said, no, like, they had a long conversation, though. So, you know, he told her back off and stuff. She, you know, calmed down. She didn't kill him. Well, she didn't really want to kill him anymore. And, you know, back to square one, where, you know, she's all mad again. And then oh, dude, I hated that part, honestly, when she pointed the gun and shot, like the screen went black and the commercial happened. I hate when they do that with the commercials. Something cool is about to happen, boom, commercial. Like, you just lost all the hype. You can't just do that to me. Jeez. It sucked, but, you know, when it came back on, dude, I knew he wasn't gonna die. I knew that when she shot that bullet, she was gonna miss or something. We all know that she shot Lucille because, you know, I guess Negan just was holding I guess she can't aim or something. You know, I don't know. I guess Lucille was just in the way. So, but yeah, like, during the commercial, I was like, you know what, dude? There is no way Negan's gonna die, because I've read the comics a little bit. There's no saying that, you know, Rosita shot him or in some like that. I don't see that in the comics. It might have. I haven't finished the comics. Don't quote me on that, all right? But obviously he doesn't die when he comes back from commercial. You know, he's there. He's all mad. I thought he was gonna smash her in the face with Lucille, because of, you know, she tried to shoot him, you know, like, come on. And then somehow this has happened again. Like, this is pretty much like the same example of the premiere, when this is like, I kind of like, so Rosita shot Negan. That also is the same thing as Daryl punching Negan, you know, like, and then that causes somebody else to die, because when Daryl punched Negan, Glenn died. When Rosita shot him, but, you know, missed, but she tried to kill him. When she did that, Olivia died, you know. It's just, when somebody else does something, another person dies. I don't know how that works, but, you know, dude, it does not matter. To be honest, Olivia, like, she wasn't that bad. Like, I kind of, I don't know, you know. Give me your thoughts. Did you think Olivia should have died or somebody else? Who do you think should have died in that entire thing? I kind of got shook when whatever that girl's name is, when she pulled the gun out, and there's like Olivia, and then there was Carl. When I saw Carl, I was like, no, don't do it. You aim more to the right. I don't care if Olivia dies, but Carl, you don't shoot Carl. No, he does not die. You cannot do that. And I'm pretty sure if the girl would have shot Carl, Negan would have been mad, because apparently, I think Negan has a little nice side for Carl, you know, because, like, Carl killed some of his men, and then Negan fed him, you know. It makes no sense, but, you know, I think Negan just has a good side towards Carl, so he doesn't want him to die, obviously. I guess that's why they picked Olivia to die, and plus Olivia was kind of a wimp, I'm not gonna lie. She just wasn't the strongest of the group, so I'm not surprised that she would have died first. Well, second, because Spencer died first. You know what I mean. And then finally, Rick and Aaron come by, and yeah, the people that work with Negan, the Saviors, I guess you just call them, they found that letter. I don't know why Aaron and Rick kept that note in there with the guy that drew the middle finger and said you're like a loser or something like that. I don't know why they kept that in there, because if they would have, like, threw that away, Aaron would not have gotten beat up. That's the first thing. That would have never have happened. They took a lot of offense to that, but, like, I don't know why it took Aaron so long to answer the question. Like, if I was me, I would have just said, yo, I didn't do that. We found that on the boat that we had to swim, risk our lives for, to give you the supplies that you are asking for. I would have just said that. I mean, and then, you know, that they probably would have said, why don't you just throw it away? Like, that comes back to what I was saying. Why didn't you just throw it away? It would have made sense, you know? They wouldn't have started all of this. And then they took poor Eugene. Oh, I hated that part. I mean, I'm glad they didn't kill him, but, you know, they took Eugene. Poor Eugene. He was used to make that bullet. Like, if he didn't make that bullet, Rosita probably would have done something. But, you know, he pretty much had no choice at that part. Like, he had no choice. He had to make the bullet so Rosita can be happy and stop yelling at him, stop making fun of him. Because, you know, at that one part, you know, she was kind of mean to him. She shouldn't have been so rude to Eugene, you know? Like, she could have, like, you know, asked nice, let's say, hey, can you make this bullet, please? Would really appreciate that. Still would have been a bad idea because, you know, she shot Negan, but I don't know, like, do you, I guess. And then for some reason, before they took Eugene, you know, they were trying to find out who made the bullet, and I don't know why Tara tried to stand up for them, honestly. Like, I get it. you know, like I'm like they're friends and stuff. They want to protect each other. But if I was Tara, I would have just backed off. You know, I wouldn't want to get in that mess. You know, I would have. I'm that kind of person. I don't want to be the one to step up and say, hey, I did this, even though I didn't do it. You know, that makes no sense. If you didn't do it, don't say anything. That's the point. But the thing is, if they didn't say anything, then more people would have died. So I guess Tara kind of saved the moment a bit. And then Eugene finally, you know, got the guys to say, hey, I did it, because I guess he didn't want Tara to die either. Well, not die, but, you know, they didn't want anybody else to die. So, you know, I guess he just stood up for everything else. And to be honest, I don't know what they're going to do with Eugene. I guess they're going to have him, like, make more bullets for them, like, to save you, so they can, like, have more ammo and stuff. I guess that's what they're going to try to do. Or just do what they did with Daryl and just keep him like not hostage, like a slave or something. They might just do what I just said before, like have him make the bullets for them. That's probably what he's gonna do, because Eugene's like the smartest person of actually, you know what? No, I need to take that back. He's smart, but he's also stupid. You know, he's smart because he knows how to do things. I guess he's like the engineer of the group. Like, you know, he can make things. That's probably why they took him. He's gonna make some stuff for them. And then finally Daryl escapes with Jesus, who you know helped him get out. Which if Jesus would have never have gone to the truck, this would have never happened. You know, Daryl would have still been there and all that stuff, all that. And then the hilltop. Trying to remember who all went. I know it was Rick, Carl, Michonne, Rosita. I'm missing some. I know I am, but they all went to the hilltop. And the people that were there were Maggie, Sasha, and then Daryl and Jesus went there. Obviously, that's where they would go first. But, they were there. They all had their moment. And finally, Rick decides to go with Maggie's idea and try to go fight Negan and their whole savior group. Finally, he wants to do that. That's what he should have done from the start, be honest. But actually, if he would have, probably wouldn't have had a good idea, because they're all heartbroken because of who they have lost. So they weren't strong enough to do it. They just didn't have they didn't have it inside to do it, I guess. And so now they do, because they killed they took Eugene, they killed Spencer, which nobody cares about, honestly. Like, nobody liked Spencer this entire episode. He just, I didn't like him, I just didn't. And that's pretty much where the ending is. But there's one thing I do not understand, and I want to understand. I have not read the comics that far, if he's even in there, but the guy with the boots. I don't know who that is. But if I had to take a guess, I don't want to make this guess, because people might start saying, oh, you're stupid for saying that. But you know what? Screw it. Like, there's no right or wrong answer for this, because nobody knows. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. But I honestly think it could very well be the Whisperers. And if you don't know who those people are, they're people who basically wear the dead's skin and, like, just roam around and stuff like that. That's pretty much what they do. So if I had to take a guess, it's the Whisperers, because, I wouldn't be surprised. I know who they are and stuff, but they could very well be coming this very soon. So that's my guess. I honestly just think it's the Whisperers. That is my boom. That's it. That's my guess. I could be wrong. If you know who it is, then good job, I guess. Good for you. I wouldn't mind knowing, because I'm just gonna stick with my answer, because who else would it be? I'm trying to think, who else would it be? That's where my mind goes blank. I honestly have no idea who it could be, because I'm trying to think of everybody that didn't die but is trying to come back or something. I don't know. That just confuses me. So if you know who it is, awesome. I might have to read the comics more and find out who that could be, because the same person was there with watching Rick and Aaron get out of the boat and pack up the truck and stuff. So he's following them, that's obvious, and so I'm just curious who it is. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. If you guys did enjoy this little video, please let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are on the episode. Any questions, I might be able to answer them, because there's a lot of things I don't know right now. So I'll have to look on the comics, or maybe even ask Jacob, because he might give some little hints. I don't know. But guys, if you did enjoy this, leave a like. Also, leave a like for Carl's new bandage. He looks better with the new bandage. So that's, oh my god, dude, I found that so funny. Anyways, yeah, so if you're new, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.